all software is that. What do I mean by that? Well, the whole idea with software is that you create it once and then you copy it and you can sell it an infinite number of times, right? So I remember back in the days, like 25 years ago, when I started becoming like entrepreneurial in my mind, we did a lot of thinking about this, and it's kind of like if you have a successful software system and software company, then you kind of like have your own printing press, because every single time you ship a new copy, you know, the cost of creating that copy is like zero. And this was even back in the days when we did see the distribution of software. Still, you know, that one copy was ipso facto $0. I mean, it was, you know, maybe 30 cents for a stamp and, you know, 50 cents for CD-ROM and, you know, 30 cents for an envelope. And you could sell it for like, you know, $20,000. This was back in the days when they actually sold software, before SaaS came and completely eliminated that business concept, because everybody wants you to rent their software. I mean, even Adobe Photoshop and stuff like that. However, even that's going to PaaS, right? Absolutely all software is obsolete. Look at this system. That system took me like, you know, 6 months to initially create. Then I did the big rewrite back in 2021, 2022. That costed me 4 months. And this thing costed me 20 hours. 20 hours of me sitting in front of Cloud Code. If you're buying off-the-shelf software today, you're a retard, and you want to know why? Because your needs are unique. You know, maybe you want a special button in Photoshop that, you know, copies and pastes your logo in. You know, okay, cool, create your own Photoshop. Go to Claude and tell it to create Photoshop, but add this one feature. And, you know, 40 hours later, you've got your own Photoshop, right? So why would you want to buy something that only gives you 80% of what you want, when you can have 100% for the same price? I mean, what's the cost of Photoshop today? Like $10,000 a year or something, right? If you buy it from Adobe, it could create you a better Photoshop for 5K. 5,000 is what I'd need to create you a better Photoshop, with that one specific button you need, of course. And then it would be yours forever, and you could install it on one of your own servers, or maybe even distribute it as an exe file, or, you know, Linux, you know, executable or whatever. But why would you want to pay $10,000 per year for something you can buy once and own forever, and even own the copyright for half the price? Nobody would do that, right? You'd be crazy to do that. Why? Because the thing you pay $10,000 for gives you 80% of what you want, and the thing you pay $5,000 gives you 100% of what you want. And that is my job. I murder software. If you want to hire me, you can send me an email at thomas@daimiro.io. Have a nice day.